I used to think my degrees were my greatest accomplishment. But looking back at 2010 and 2015, I realized the most important lessons weren't learned in the classroom. They were earned on the gym floor. If you're struggling to balance your hustle with your health, stay with me because your body is the only home you truly have to live in. Hello, my loves. I'm JiJiLuve, and on this channel, I teach people how to live a mindful life through mindful fitness and the 9 dimensions of wellness. And in today's video, I'm taking you through my own timeline from 2010 all the way to present and showing you how movement has carried me through every chapter of my life, the good, the busy, and the moments I let slip away. So get comfortable, grab your water bottle, and let's get into it. Okay, so let's go all the way back to 2010. I graduated high school. I'm now a freshman in college. I was working on my associates at the time. And then 5 years later, I got my first bachelor's in 2015. And that sounds good on paper. 2 degrees, 5 years, but behind the scenes, it was crazy. Exams, midterms, late night study sessions, and taking on leadership roles in student organizations because I thought that's what doing it all looked like. During that time, I was stressed in because I didn't really understand what burnout truly was. And in the middle of all the chaos, the one place that made sense to me was the gym floor. It wasn't about aesthetics back then. It wasn't about hitting a certain number on the scale or look at a certain weight in a photo. It was about just having those 60 minutes for me. 60 minutes of my day where nobody needed anything from me except my own effort. Nobody emailing me, no group project falling apart, just me, the weights, and my thoughts. Looking back, I didn't have the language for it then, but the gym was regulating my nervous system before I even knew what that meant. It was giving me a container for all the stress that I was carrying that I didn't know how to put it down. And honestly, I think that's why I made it through those years. I want to take a pause here for a moment to talk about why the gym time mattered so much. Because the research backs up exactly what I was feeling. Here are 5 ways working out supported me academically. And honestly, these apply whether you're in school now or juggling any kind of demanding mental workload. Number 1, reduced anxiety. Movement lowers cortisol levels, which is your stress hormone, which kept those exam day jitters from taking over. Though I was still a bit nervous, it helped regulate me. And that much I really did appreciate. Number 2, improved focus. A quick workout acts like a reset button for your concentration. When my brain felt foggy for hours of reading, 30 minutes on the gym floor brought me right back. Or just doing a couple of push-ups, 10 to 15. Number 3, I had better sleep. Regular movement helped me fall asleep faster after those late night study sessions because laying in bed just wasn't doing it for me. My mind racing, going to the gym, automatic relaxation afterwards. Number 4, emotional regulation. The gym gave me a healthy outlet for the frustration of the brutal midterms instead of letting that frustration build up with nowhere to go. And number 5, confidence. Setting a new PR in the gym gave me that I can do this mentality, and I carried that straight into my big presentations and final exams. These 5 benefits, 1 consistent habit, and it shaped how I got through some of the hardest academic years of my life. I know that sounds dramatic, but at the time, it truly was. Okay, back to the timeline. 17, when I got my first job, my first adult job, I want to say. So having this was a different kind of stress. It wasn't exams and midterms anymore. It was deadlines and having to try and figure out how to fit into this world that nobody really prepares you for. There's no syllabus for navigating a difficult supervisor or understanding unspoken workplace dynamics. You just have to live through it. And through all of that, from 2017 all the way to 2024, the gym stayed non-negotiable. It didn't matter how long the workday was or how long my to-do list was, I made time for the gym because at this point, I now understand the role I had in my life. That time was protected, and because by then I already knew what it felt like to lose that anchor, and I wasn't willing to lose it again. Okay, now going to the year 2024. I went back to school while working full time, and trying to manage both movement was the first thing I let go. I told myself it was temporary, just until the semester calmed down, or just until the workload lightened up. But the temporary turned to turn to months and sadly years, and my body noticed before my mind did. I felt lethargic and in a way that didn't match how much I was actually doing. There was this brain fog that made even a simple task feel heavy than they should have. And worst of all, I lost that clarity, the mental sharpness I had carried with me for over a decade because I'd always had space to move. And my stress was higher than it ever had because I no longer had the outlet to let go of that physical stress through the gym, through movement. It was humbling because I know better. I've lived through the research I just shared with you, and still life pulled me away from the very thing that kept me steady for so long. I think that's the part nobody talks about enough. Knowing something is good for you doesn't automatically protect you from losing. So I say all this to say because in adulthood, responsibilities will always pull us in 1,000 directions, but we cannot pour from an empty cup. And after 2024, that was an eye opener. Mindful movement is not a luxury. It's a foundation that allows us to show up for our work, our studies, and our family. So let's commit today, not tomorrow, not when things get better or calm down, but today to take care of our bodies that carry your dreams. And if you're in a season right now where movement has slipped away, like mine did, this is your permission to slip back into it, not with guilt, not with punishment, just with compassion. So now in 2026, I want you to know I'm still trying to find my rhythm. I have my ups and my downs. Life still happens, but there's one thing I refuse to give up on. I'm still showing up for myself on the gym floor, and that's the part I want to hold on to. So remember, you are worthy of the time it takes to heal and grow. If this video resonated with you, I'd love for you to share where you're at in your own timeline in the comments. If you're in your 2010, 2017, 2024, you're still trying to figure out a way to get back like I am. If you want more on the 9 dimensions of wellness and how to apply them to your everyday life, hit subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss what's coming next. Until next time, my loves, take care of the one home that you have. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.